Welcome to Boring News from Not Boring, where we bring you the news as Polymarket sees it. I'm your host, Packy McCormick's voice, and my job is to put my mouth where your money is. Today is December 13th, 2024. In a major geopolitical move, Hamas has agreed to a temporary IDF presence in Gaza under a 60-day ceasefire. Polymarket gives 58% odds of a settlement allowing Israeli military operations in Gaza. President-elect Donald Trump pledges to release the JFK files. Polymarket shows a 43% chance of fulfillment by April 29, 2025, with over $350,000 in trading volume. Astro has just won Game of the Year at the 2024 Game Awards. Polymarket accurately predicted the win with 78% odds as trading volume hit $2.9 million. Before we move ahead, let's do a quick weekly roundup of how some stories we covered this week have moved. Luigi Mangione's Manifesto was indeed released on Friday, despite odds of just 24% earlier this week. The document revealed his deep-seated anger at corporate America and contained chilling details of his plot, including considerations of using explosives before settling on a targeted shooting. For the December Fed rate decision, the probability of a 25 basis point cut has climbed to almost 95% from 87% just days ago. This surge in confidence follows the latest inflation data aligning with expectations and continued signs of economic stability. As predicted on Polymarket with odds of around 82% when we covered this story, Donald Trump has secured Times Person of the Year 2024, following his historic election victory that saw him win both the popular vote and every swing state. This marks his second time receiving the honor, having previously won in 2016. Now let's hit today's stories. Hamas has reportedly shifted its stance, agreeing to allow Israeli Defense Forces to remain temporarily in Gaza as part of a ceasefire agreement. The current negotiations follow the October 7, 2023, attack by Hamas on Israel. This market on Polymarket opened on December 12th and has a volume of $18,000. The latest proposal, backed by the United States and Egypt, envisions a 60-day ceasefire, including the release of up to 30 hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners and increased humanitarian aid to Gaza. Hamas has provided a list of hostages, which includes American citizens, women, elderly, and those with medical conditions. Hamas's recent concessions include allowing IDF presence in two strategic areas: the Philadelphia corridor along the Gaza-Egypt border and the Netzarim corridor in central Gaza. The terror organization has also agreed not to operate or be present on the Palestinian side of the Rafah crossing. Polymarket gives around 58% odds for the government of Israel and Hamas negotiating a settlement which allows for Israeli military forces to continue to operate within the Gaza Strip. These negotiations have gained momentum following the Israel-Hezbollah truce, with Mossad chief David Barnea meeting Qatar's Prime Minister Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani in Doha to discuss the potential deal. Jake Sullivan, White House National Security Advisor, is expected to visit Israel, Egypt, and Qatar to further promote the agreement. The talks represent a significant shift from Hamas's previous position of demanding a complete Israeli withdrawal from Gaza, though they still maintain this as their ultimate goal. This development marks the first time Hamas has indicated willingness to accept temporary Israeli military presence during a ceasefire period. Let's move on to the next story. Donald Trump, now president-elect, has reignited his vow to unveil the remaining JFK assassination files. This promise echoes back to his first term, where he fell short of full disclosure. Currently, Polymarket shows a 43% chance Trump will deliver on this by April 29th of next year. The files, nearly 3,000 in number, remain under wraps despite the JFK Records Act of 1992 mandating their release by 2017. During his first presidency, Trump cited national security as a reason for withholding some documents, influenced by then CIA Director Mike Pompeo's counsel. However, with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. now in Trump's administration, there is fresh hope for transparency. The market's opening on November 6, 2024, coincided with Trump's election win, stirring trading activity. The total trading volume has reached over $350,000. Social media and news outlets paint a varied picture. Some express optimism, buoyed by RFK Jr.'s role, while others recall Trump's earlier unfulfilled promises. Analysts like Gerald Posner caution against expecting major revelations. The CIA might resist, as hinted by Jefferson Morley, leading to potential conflict. Three scenarios loom. Trump could fully declassify, partially release, or again withhold the files. Each path carries implications for public trust and relations with intelligence agencies. The market's odds reflect doubt. Yet Trump's appointments signal a stronger push for openness. Let's move on to the next story. The 2024 Game Awards have concluded, and Astrobot has officially won Game of the Year, cementing its place in gaming history. Polymarket's prediction of 78% odds proved to be accurate. Trading volumes exceeded $2.9 million, with a 24-hour volume of over $918,000. This year marked a notable first with the nomination of an expansion, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree, which, despite a stellar Metacritic score of 95, had only 6% odds and ultimately fell short. The debate surrounding this nomination could prompt future changes to the criteria for eligibility. Since its inception in 2014, the Game Awards have drawn increasing attention, with over 100 million viewers tuning in last year. Past winners like Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3 set high expectations, and Astrobot has now joined their ranks. The ceremony also saw Astrobot win Best Game Direction, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth secure Best Score in Music, and Senua's Saga: Hellblade 2 take home the Best Audio Design Award. The 2024 Game Awards was a spectacular showcase of gaming excellence, featuring not only celebrated winners but also exciting reveals of upcoming titles like The Witcher 4, Intergalactic, and Elden Ring: Night Reign. The event truly highlighted the industry's bright future. The Game Awards will return next year, promising even more memorable moments for gamers worldwide. Each of the stories we covered today is ongoing and may change dramatically. For updates and detailed odds, head to polymarket.com. That's all the news that's fit to predict. This is me, Packy McCormick's voice, signing off. May the odds be ever in your favor.